You're listening to the AZREIA Show. If you're looking for quality real estate investing information that you can trust, you've found it. Stay tuned and join the tens of thousands of members that have already benefited from AZREIA, your home for education, market information, support, and networking opportunities that will advance your real estate investing career.
Welcome to another episode of the AZREIA Show. On today's episode, we have Jules Wrubel. We're going to be talking about hard money lending and financing on today. So how are you today, Jules?
I'm fired up. Thank you, Marcus. Yeah, I'm excited.
Excellent. So we just going to dive right in. We do have our executive director and co-host, Mike Delpreet, with us.
Hello.
So, Jules, give us a little bit of background about you, man.
Yeah, I'm from New York, New Jersey.
Okay.
Lived in Arizona almost 30 years. Lived in Sedona for 20 years. I've been down here just about 10 years in Phoenix, Scottsdale.
Okay.
And I got into, in 2001, somebody said I'd like the mortgage business. So I went into the mortgage business in Sedona. In about 6 months, this guy walked in. He was driving a really cool Porsche and he had this little doggy. And it caught my attention.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was talking to the owner of the company. And he's like, yeah, I have this lifetime income he created from going to Finland and finding this technology and then selling to somebody else. But he had no cash. And he wasn't like he spent all his money. At that time, he just had no cash. And he was talking about this thing called a hard money loan. He's like, do you know anybody who'd loan me like 25 grand? And I mean, I had no clue what they were talking about, but I'm like, I'll do it.
Uh-huh.
All right.
And that's how I got into hard money lending. I'm like, it sounded good. It was not too, it was scary, but I'm like, I'm just going to try it. I think this guy's cool. And he paid me back.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, this is all I want to do.
And that was in Sedona.
That was in Sedona.
So in Sedona,
Yeah.
were you in a restaurant or something?
No, I was in the mortgage office.
In the mortgage
I was
office.
literally just
Okay.
listening to this guy talk.
Got it.
And he just seemed like a cool guy.
All right.
In fact, we're still friends today.
Is that the best way to underrate?
That's right. Yes. Yeah. In this case, now we go to the bar and we listen for issues. No, but yeah.
Proximity is power, right?
Yeah,
Proximity is
yeah.
power. So, so you got into hard money lending like that. I mean, you didn't vet the seller. You didn't have, like Mike said, you didn't have any numbers to run. You know, what made you just want to jump out there and do that? Because
Yeah.
$2,000 ain't nothing to
No, it was
right?
scary. It was scary. I mean, I was a lot younger then.
Right.
I mean, I did check out his house.
Okay.
It was a second position loan, so that's risky. But it was a combination of just listening. I did, again, find out what kind of liens he had on it. I got a title report. Like, I knew enough to be dangerous. I didn't just
Right.
give him the money.
Because you was already in the mortgage business.
Yeah.
So you did have some
Yeah.
background.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you need the money for?
He just, a bridge.
Out of
He
curiosity.
just needed a bridge. You know, he had
Float
he-
some cash.
He needed to
yeah.
float some cash.
Okay.
That was it. No problem. It wasn't like a problem. He wasn't distressed. It's just a bridge.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like a lot of times people don't qualify because they don't have a W-2 job.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So even though he had a lifetime income, he couldn't get a regular loan.
Mm.
It was just that pocket that private money lives in is banks don't like it.
Yeah.
Other people don't like it. We like it.
Got it.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just kind of could be anything,
Yeah.
just like a funky little quirk.
Interesting. So what do
Yeah.
you like? What do you like?
Yeah.
I like all the stuff no one else likes.
Give us some examples.
Uh-huh.
You already started with second.
Yeah.
The guy built his house for cash. He needs $25,000 to finish it. He can't get a loan because it's just over 5 acres.
Mm-hmm.
Private money lenders, for some reason, don't want to do it because it's just up the road, like in New River.
Mm-hmm.
He is getting divorced, so he needs to pay off his future ex-wife. So a lot of people don't want to give him up to 80%. Had it appraised. It appraises. So a lot of times, like you hearing these stories, you'd be like, well, I would do that.
Right.
But nobody wants to do it. That's one. Somebody needs like 15, 20 grand to, they're selling their house. They've already moved out of state. They just need a bridge loan. Don't have enough on a credit card or moving expenses, something like that. Cool. We'll attach it to the house. Give them like 90 days to sell the house, move it, pay us back. So it could be death. It could be divorce. It could be a business owner,
Okay.
right? Those are great. They have a great thriving business, but again, their books might not look great.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a piece of real estate. So we only do real estate.
Okay.
Right? We're doing business loan attached to real estate.
So let me ask you this. As a lender, what do you want to see, right? If I'm coming to you saying, hey, you know what, I need 200 grand to finish out this project or to get started with this project, what do you want to see from me to qualify me, you know, to get that loan?
So it used to be, we just needed the address. Like
Okay.
we just need the address. And that's kind of what we need, but we now have a link, right? So people put the address in. If it's really going to be a rehab, we do need a cost breakdown and we need a contractor and it needs to be like all the steps you would do for a first position private money lender. We need all that. But let's just say, keep it simple. It's 40, 50 grand. There's enough equity in the house. We might just give you the money.
Okay.
Or we might say, all right, we're going to keep 25. We'll give you the 25 and keep it a simple draw. So it's like the good news and the bad news is we don't have a box.
Okay.
So, if you said, well, we only do this LTV with this, this, and this, I don't know. I might like the deal. Do you have anything other property we can cross collateralize?
Right.
For sure. Is it your first house? Is it your fifth house? Is it your 10th house? Is going to matter. But, there's people who've done 10 houses and they just got extended and they're in trouble. Right. So it is really, Marcus, like a one-on-one thing.
It's not like real estate investors when we look for properties, right? You're looking for the vacant house or the missing brother and sister or the liens you're trying to get paid off. And you're just trying to like work with the seller to put it together. So you're that person that kind of jumps in on the money side. Doesn't that get nerve-wracking though? Because like you said, they're not all bad situations, but when there's so many moving pieces and you're like, I'm going to give these people my money and their books don't look good and they're like in a divorce and then they're moving and it's like, what goes through your mind? That must be tough. I
do think we each have like a gift, right? Or a weird quirk in our personality. Yeah. So I think some of this is that, I like to say that I'm the youngest brother, so I'm always like checking out all the corners.
Right.
And so I'm kind of born paranoid.
Okay.
So I'm always thinking about the worst case scenario.
And you're from the East Coast.
And I'm from the East Coast.
Yeah.
We got two things there.
Nothing's ever good.
It's just always be on the lookout. Like what could go wrong? So I think with that, we look for what can go right. So, and because we can be more custom, we don't have a box, which helps us to look at things that can serve unique situations. That and paranoia. But I just don't. It's not that I don't worry about it, but I don't worry about it. I'm like, if I do my work, it should take care of itself. Yeah.
So if you had like a ratio of deals gone wrong versus deals gone good because of these unique scenarios,
right?
Obviously, it's probably a better ratio because you're still here, but. Like, is there?
I have a question on that one. Okay. Because I have a statistic. Like, I already know the number.
Okay. All right.
But how do we measure that?
Right.
Because if I were to measure statistically 4% of the deals go sideways. But if you look at it from a financial side, it's like a 500,000% gain.
Okay.
Love it.
Right. So there's the stress of when things go sideways, but really when you look at the bigger picture, it's the return is upside's huge. Love it.
Yeah.
Huge.
I hear you. All right. Fair.
But I only think about downside.
Yeah. There you go. That's amazing.
It's similar to as in real estate, right, Mike? So it's like you're looking for the worst case scenario. You're looking for the most problem property, asset, people, position. You know that it's going to be hell getting them to the closing table. But once you get there, it's a nice payoff.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
I like that perspective. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, it's like underwriting a wholesale deal. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
So, so tell me, kind of in this world of finance and everything like that, right? What gave you the wherewithal to take these risks, right? What do you think is in your DNA to say, all right, I'm okay taking a second lien position or third lien position? Right. Most lenders would be like, nope, if I'm not first, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Back to your brothers, right? East Coast.
It's like, I don't see any of my investing money as my own.
Okay.
And I don't see any of my investors' money as my own. So I start like there. But yeah, like I've had some near-death experiences, so I know I'm going to die. And so I'm like, okay, now it might be jumping out of an airplane or going on a plane. When it comes to this, though, I don't think we're taking any risk. We're taking measured risk.
Okay, gotcha.
Like seriously measured risk. So even though it might look easy or cavalier, it's like there's, 50 to 200 steps that we're actually doing. So, so that we have the same chance of success as somebody in first position.
Okay.
So statistically, 4% of all loans across the country of every kind go sideways. So 96% go well. So we can get the same statistics on a second position.
Right.
It's not really a greater risk. And yeah, I got to think about the first mortgage and taking over a payment. So planning for proper reserves is a big one.
Yeah, so growing up in the business, you always hear second. Oh, beware. So that's so cool that you could jump in and just be that guy that does the seconds. That's huge. It helps a lot of people.
It helps a lot of people.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
So what do you say to, we get a lot of engineers, doctors, lawyers, maybe they want to flip or buy rental properties and they realize like, hey, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So they either got to lend to somebody, an operator here, right? Or they got to lend their money. Like, so what's some advice you'd give to someone that has a few $100,000 in their bank account? They don't have time. They know they want to be in real estate. They want to return on their money.
Yeah.
What are some things they should look into, read, do?
It's a big topic.
Start with one.
Yeah. It's big.
One.
Well, because it's like different relationships.
Okay.
Right. Like who are you working with? Right. So, not less necessarily vetting everybody and getting, background checks, but, getting comfortable with the people you're talking to and you're going to do business with. A lot of new lenders don't know about promissory notes and deeds of trusts. I mean, that's at the most basic. A lot of times they just hand the money over.
Do you want to just share what those are for people?
Deed of trust or mortgage is what secures your money to the property. And the promissory note is what tells the deed how you get paid back.
Got it.
And this is actually incredibly important because sometimes people will do a deed without a promissory note. And suddenly you never have to pay you never have to pay the deed off if you don't have a promissory note.
Wow.
Think about that.
Gotcha. Right.
You could, not a good situation.
Forever finance.
So
the promissory note needs to be recorded with the deed.
Promissory notes are typically not recorded, but you could.
Okay.
If the deed is the evidence of security, the promissory note is like the IOU.
Gotcha.
And in Arizona, it's just not typically recorded. You could though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Notarized?
Definitely notarized.
Yep. Okay.
Yes. Yes. And recorded. So, hey, look, there's good people out there who do what I'm going to say not to do.
Okay.
There are people who will get into a JV situation. They'll have a deed and the deed's not recorded. And I know some builders who do that and they tell the investor they're not going to record it. I just would never do that.
Right.
Just, you always record. I don't care if you think you're in fit, always protect. Yeah, because you just don't know. So to answer your question, just what would you read? I mean, I've been reading like Warren Buffett forever, right? We'll use ChatGPT and run like, what are the 100 things that could go wrong? And don't have analysis paralysis at the same time, right? Know your exits, but don't, if you're going to invest, you could lose, right? So just do your best to get security and communication. Yeah, communication.
So let me ask you this. What do you, because different lenders had different perspectives, right?
Yeah.
What's more important, the operator or the deal to you? Like vetting the operator or vetting the deal?
Yeah, it's a good question. My go-to is the deal.
Okay.
It's the deal because that's your security.
Right.
But, it's always the operator that makes or breaks the deal.
Exactly. So it's almost like the chicken and the egg thing, right? Or in real estate, it's the marketing versus, what's the other one? It's marketing and, well, let's scratch that.
Yeah.
So no, I can't remember what it was.
All right.
I can't think about it.
I got a story on this one though.
Okay.
Vetted the deal more than the borrower. The the borrower got overextended. So the deal is not as good as it was before.
Right.
I made a mistake. Not a bad one. It's all going to work out. But now we're working out that borrower's whole situation. So the deal's it would be fine. It's just the market had changed, right? So if I take it over, it's going to be a break even. I don't really want the property, right? So as a lender, we just want the check. Let me just put that out there. So you have to be prepared to work things out. I guess that's what I would say. If you're going to vet the deal and the borrower goes bad, you got to work it out. If you have a great borrower and the deal goes bad, you still got to work it out.
Right.
So the relationship to both sides is important, but historically I do the deal first.
Do the deal. Okay.
Kind of what we were talking about earlier. So, okay. So I think, they're both important. So
Yeah.
a little before the show, we were talking about how to be a good borrower. Like, so what is a good borrower? Like, I guess that goes with the question, like, how do they become a good borrower in your eyes?
Yeah. Have your bank statements together.
Okay.
Right. I mean, be interested. Be interested in your investor, right? Like, I was new, right? We were all new once. We're like, I just want to get a deal. I just want to do the deal. And everybody should listen to me because I'm smart and I can figure it out, right? And then, but, we're just winging it. And that's fine. Like, we got to have people that wing it.
Right.
But if you now want to be a better borrower, get your bank statements together. Have a free credit report. Be transparent, right? Tell people the good news and the bad news. Be like, I'm new.
Right.
But I got a great deal. I need help. People want you to win. People want to help.
Yeah.
But when it's like, well, I got a good deal and you should just give me money. Well, there's 100 people like you.
Yeah.
Right. So help me, help me help you.
Yeah.
Right.
I like it.
So I would say, but just the basics, like pretend you're going in for a regular mortgage, which is a nightmare, and just have some paperwork together. That alone would be a huge difference.
Like we talked about before the show started, right? You just want to make sure, because one of the things that I do, I keep a folder on my desktop, right? I have like recent deals that I've done, how the investor got paid back, like a credit report within the last 60 days, bank statements, financials, stuff like that. So if you guys just have that stuff, start getting that stuff prepared. That way, when you come to the lender don't have to do so much work. And they're like, oh, okay, I see the deal. I see the operator is very organized. I can work with this and you'll get approved 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
So
you are the gold standard. Literally.
Thank you. Thank you.
Standard.
So, and I bring this up because I was just working with the new lender and, I was never worked with him before. It was a referral. And I was like, hey, you know what? I got everything lined up. You want me to just shoot you over the folder with everything? And he was like, wow, you're making it so easy. And I was like, well, this is the way my deals are going to go. They're going to go easy like this. Yes, you may have some hiccups, but at the same time, if you're being overly cautious, prepared, you can plan for the worst and hope for the best. Right?
Yeah. I mean, you're literally the gold standard. I mean, that would make everybody's life easier, and those borrowers would get way more deals faster.
For your world, like in your world specifically, versus like a hard money lender doesn't ask you for anything, pretty much, right? So they comp the property,
right?
So you do ask for all those documents.
No.
Oh, that's more traditional level. Yeah.
No, even hard money lenders now are asking for, credit reports and stuff like that. They'll pull a soft credit report, so it don't hit, don't, go against you. But yeah, that's what I'm starting to see now. They're digging in a lot deeper.
Well, there are a lot of lenders who have scratch and dents on their book.
Right.
So that's just the reality of it. Everybody's got them. And so the reason I bring that up though, Mike, is because be prepared. Like if somebody had that, I want that stuff. Correct. I may not need it, but better to have it and throw it out than later coming after it.
Yeah. Even if you didn't ask for it, just giving that just shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And like we used to have people bring us free credit reports. It did not make any difference on the outcome.
Got it.
It has made no difference. So stop asking for them.
Okay.
But again, these are the little steps, right? So if I start asking a lot of questions, I'm trying to slow things down.
Yep.
I'm trying to slow things down. But if you give me the credit report deal, if you bring the underwriting to me, I don't have to do the underwriting for you. Now I can just double check the work. And it's better. So it's better to have it all and not need it, then ask for it and slow things down.
Yeah. And it's true that you bring that up, because that lender that I was talking about, he was like, do you need to get funded like in the next 3 or 4 days or something like that? And I was like, no, we're not set to close until mid-October. He was like, well, I don't need all of this stuff. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Because think about it like this. If I've got 4% or 8% or 10%, whatever the number is on the books that's not performing, that could be millions of dollars in capital I can't actually lay out, which could mean deals aren't getting funded because the cash isn't available, right? Every lender, and I say this to all the borrowers too, you want to run out of money as fast as you can.
Right. Because
then you have to expand your network. Same thing for banks. They do run out of money.
Yeah.
You might have a great deal, but their cash is tied up in bad deals. So if I've got 5 deals in front of me, and this, like we talked about earlier, this one's super clean, you're going to get the money first.
Okay.
So what's your number one tip on building your network for money?
Show up and come to AZREIA. Really, like, you just have to meet people, have a track record. Even if you are new, you have a track record from your past that shows who kind of person you could be.
I could see people overlooking that, especially, so you're like, oh, I haven't done deals, but no, you have this career that you're whatever, parent or whatever, right? You have all these, that's a good point.
If you have 4 kids and you got them all out of the house and they're still alive and thriving, you did something right.
Yeah, that's a good point, right? Yeah.
You're an engineer, it doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah.
You got you've got skills that relate to this.
That's true.
And people like the story.
Okay.
They want to know, oh, that guy's interesting. Okay, well, all right, let's see if we can make that deal go.
Tell us a story.
Tell us a story.
Tell us a story.
Oh, no, I'm not hearing stories.
You're in a podcast, man.
What's the topic?
The best deal, the best home run real estate deal you've ever done.
Okay. I'm not a wholesaler.
Okay.
But I am not a wholesaler, but sometimes you become one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I sit at my desk all day and I get bored. I love what I do, but I get bored. So I occasionally go door knocking.
Okay.
I get my batch leads. I make a little list and I just go around. I'm like, I'm going to drive around for 2 hours.
And when you go to your leads, what are you pulling up? What are you looking for?
Pre-foreclosures.
Okay.
Just pre-foreclosures.
You got wholesalers that won't even do that. You're not a wholesaler. You're doing what wholesalers should be doing. They don't want to do it.
No. I finally realized why I like door knocking.
Okay.
Because when I was 6, my parents bought me these boxes of seeds to go door to door and sell seeds to the neighbors.
Okay.
So as a little kid, I would take this brown cardboard box and all the seeds in there, and I would go knock on doors. I loved it.
Wow.
I loved it. So door knocking to me is fun. So I knocked on this guy's door, came out to the door like half dressed, clearly not in good shape. Another guy was supposed to come and sign the contract in like 2 hours. But relatedness, right? I got related to the guy. I didn't actually know what I was doing, so I called a friend. They came over. They knew how to open up title and I had no clue what I was doing. I got the door open.
You're just like, I have someone that wants to sell their house.
Yes.
That's all I know.
He wanted money now, so we arranged to give him $2,500 and like 90 days to move out. We had him sign a lease because we were now in the house, and he kept asking for money, so we go back to the title company, put it on the deed. Eventually, we had to kick him out. And I'm kind of dumb enough that like I'll go knock on a door in any neighborhood. I don't care what it is, and so but he threatened my life at the door. He's like, I'm going to go get my gun. And I'm like, okay, well, I've been in weirder situations than this, but someone's like, you need to call the cops, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Seriously? I'm like, really?
This was when he was leasing it.
Now he's leasing it.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, and he's still acting
you're like,
crazy.
Hey man, time to go. Okay.
Yeah. So I meet the cop around the corner and I tell him the story. He goes, you're an idiot.
Oh man.
He goes, you're an idiot. He's like, you shouldn't be knocking on the door. He's like, yeah, I'm a cop, but I own my own properties. He's like, I don't even do that.
Right.
I'm like, okay, all right. Well, I'm glad you're here. So eventually we get him out. And we made $400,000 on the house.
Wow.
$400,000.
Wow.
In Phoenix or another city?
In Scottsdale.
Scottsdale. Amazing.
That was a huge win.
Oh yeah.
And like,
congratulations.
it was, but like, I don't do it every day. Right. So I get the enjoyment of the win.
Yeah.
You know, wholesaling is hard.
Goes back to you saying showing up.
Just showing up.
And, you know, there's a networking event, knocking on a door, picking up the phone, writing that letter.
Yes.
Show up.
Yeah.
Man. And you didn't even have to you proved that you don't even need to have the full skill of a real estate investor. Just you had the opportunity, right? And you just called someone that did know what to do, right?
Yeah.
That's great.
So I split the money, right? Like I didn't put the $400K in my pocket, but like you just said, it was, this goes back to the investing side. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was willing to do it. I called the Lifeline, had relationships with people where we're going to pay them a lot of money to loan us the money to do things. And then learn as we went, or I learned as I went. Yeah. That was the biggest. I mean, that was a huge deal.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing. See? Tell us a story.
I told you a story.
That was a good one. You can tell how much.
I got another one. I got another one.
Yeah. You're living it like every second.
I think I get as much fun knocking on the door as I do as getting a check, honestly.
All right.
Okay.
Really
okay.
do.
So next time you go, I'm your lifeline.
You're like,
making sure. Marcus could be second.
I took second lane position.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. So for those listening, I don't know whenever you're going to listen to this, but Jules, we're looking to put together a class on to show you how to become a hard money lender. So if you have money sitting in the bank, you want to work it, get a return. Any ideas? I know we're still early on it, but what are some top 3 things you'd probably talk about in that presentation?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely vetting the deal, proper paperwork, the note and the deed of trust, how to read the Schedule B, so it's really it's like setting up the framework. So analyzing a deal. If you're going to analyze the borrower, how to look at the borrower, even if you're not doing a full credit report, how to think about when things go right and when things go wrong. Right. And because a lot of times people feel like they're the bad guy if they try to collect their check. I see this a lot in the rental properties.
Okay.
I used to kind of be like, well, they didn't pay late. Life is hard.
But
you're not doing anybody a favor by not collecting the check for a lot of reasons, psychological, financial, I mean, lots of reasons. What it does to the community around if you're in like an RV park or something like that. So how to be compassionate, and have good boundaries is really important.
That's a good point. Yes, I do. We're all human here, right? And like someone's going through a tough time, you want help your tenant out or whatever. But if you're enabling them, it bites you in the butt a lot, man.
Every time.
Good point.
Every time. Yeah.
Do you lend to family?
No. That's a gift.
Yes, there you go.
Mike tried to
But no one in my family's ever asked for money.
Okay.
Because we were brought up to just be like, you're on your own, basically. Yeah. I mean, good family, but like, you're on your own.
So what's next? What's next for you?
Yeah, what are you working on now?
Yeah, we're raising capital.
Okay.
That's the number one thing. I mean, the opportunity is huge. And I think when people realize that, frankly, I don't really want a bunch of people getting in the second, honestly. And they probably won't anyway. But we could fund additional millions every month by having new capital partners. And we did a little math, and this is why it matters actually, is when we loan out like $25 million, that has an economic impact of about $50 million. Actually, it's like $75 million. So we figured that one thing alone, right? So I'm a capitalist and I'm a big believer in community. So having more capital impacts the investor, the borrower, the borrower's family, the contractor, like the whole ecosystem thrives. So on the one hand, we're raising money to do deals.
Okay.
But the whole impact is it's like knocking on doors.
Yeah.
The impact is just as much fun as getting a check.
Love it.
Yeah.
So you're looking for money.
We're looking for money.
Part of your deals that you lend out on.
Yeah.
And you're also going to teach people how to do it. You
Yes.
teach people anyways, right?
Yeah.
You're a weekly class, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep an eye out on the AZREIA.org/calendar. Look out for Jules' presentation and workshop coming to AZREIA.
Yeah,
I'm excited,
awesome.
man. That's gonna be a great one. Anything else, Marcus?
How do we get a hold of you?
Yeah, how do we get a hold of you, man?
My number is 480-868-7703. Email is jules@lendmoneymakemoney.com. That's how you get a hold of me. Get a hold of me through AZREIA, through you guys.
Okay.
And it's not just because I'm here and I do appreciate being here, but be a part of AZREIA, right? I mean, just join AZREIA. What you guys are doing is fundamental to literally changing all the neighborhoods you operate in, we operate in, the connections, the clarity. I mean, just being a part of this, even recently, one of my team members has met all these people, all these opportunities. So I literally can't say enough about it. I'm always like, AZREIA.
Thank you, man.
I can't say enough about it, really. And it's not just because I'm here. It's because it's the truth.
Right.
So, yeah.
Thank you, man.
So go to AZREIA.org. That's AZREIA.org, right? To the website, get all of the information. And if you want a free complimentary ticket, go to AZREIA.com. That's AZREIA.com for our monthly meeting where you can be in front of and get to know over 200 investors at one time. So if you're new to investing, we welcome you. If you're a seasoned investor, we welcome you as well. So thank you so much, Jules,
thank you guys
for being here, man. We learned a lot, had a great time, and we look forward to seeing you around the community.
You will see me around for sure. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the AZREIA Show with your hosts, Marcus Maloney and Mike Delprete. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you found this information valuable, head over to AZREIA.org and learn more about our community.